Yeah, very welcome to all of you and good morning. I hope you have a nice day today. We are having a program called DSA Pro, which is primarily data structures and algorithms. Before we proceed with this, let me ask you a question. Can anyone from this group let me know what is the difference between a variable and a data structure? Yes, Sri Lakshmi, please.
From my understanding, data structure is some sort of a specialized format for organizing, where variable is something that can hold the information.
Exactly. Yes, just like Sri Lakshmi said, the formal definition of data structure is it's a mechanism to hold multiple data together, not only holding the data, we can interact with the data, we can manipulate the data, we can do all sort of reading and writing the data. But that includes a specialized way of accessing the data structures. And algorithms, you know, what is an algorithm? What is an algorithm?
A sort of procedure to solve a problem.
Exactly. If we have a problem, we will be breaking it down. We will be writing the steps to solve the problem. That simply we call it as algorithms. Understanding data structures and algorithms. What is the benefit that you students will be getting by learning data structures and algorithms? You may be thinking that, okay, it's a kind of programming concept. We all learn programming. Then what's the extra benefit of learning this data structures? We all learn programming throughout your academic career. You will be learning programming in C or Java or maybe in Python. I think Python, you guys will be learning mostly Python, right? So what's the difference in learning data structure compared to learning programming? We will see. Data structures, just like I said, it's a way how the data is organized and stored for efficient access and modification. It's not just access and modification. It's a way to keep the data organized for efficient access. And of course, algorithms define the step-by-step operation of a problem, how you can solve a problem. Then this data structures, the DSA, the entire concept of DSA focus on correctness, efficiency, scalability, resource utilization, especially the time and space. You can have an array. You can have a big array to save the data. You can have a dictionary to save the data, collection data types. You can have a tuple. Using all these things, you can save the data. But to make the data saving, retrieving, and manipulation of the data efficient, more optimal, making use of less computation, less time, we need DSA. It's not about the syntax of programming. It's the way of thinking how we can make something more optimal. Why you have to learn data structures and algorithms? Of course, as you know, we are living in the age of, generative AI, large language models, where these AI systems can write code within seconds, which take us days. These things can write the code in seconds. So what's the point of learning DSA at this time? It's not about, just like I said, it's not about writing the code. It's about how you can solve a problem. Right now, since AI started writing the code, companies are trying to recruit people who are good at problem solving rather than who are good at writing code. Even though they mention in their job description as we need programmers, nowadays they are meaning the hidden meaning inside that job description is who know how to solve specific problems, not only just solving, but solve it optimally. The programming language will change, but the basic DSA will remain the same. It will not change. When you learn to drive, you are learning the skill how to take a vehicle, go out to the road and ride the vehicle. So it's a uniform skill, and you buy a car. After some time, you're buying another car. The driving skill that you learned will remain the same. Similarly, DSA is a basic skill that you can learn so that you can master any technology. Traditional programmers, the normal, usual, nerd programmers that you see, we can have an analogy like they know how to drive a car. They turn the key, the engine will turn on, they will change the gears, they will just press the accelerator pedal. When they want to stop, they press the brake. They know how to drive a car, but they don't know what is happening inside the car. But DSA people is different here. They know how to drive the car, and more than that, they know what is happening inside the car or what happens when I do something. I will show you an example. Let me have an array. My array equal to 4, 9, 2, 15, 7, 3. Or I want to find the maximum. So there is a function called max, which we can use. Print max, then the array. We can use this function to find the maximum value of an array. You can see if I run this, it will give me the maximum value of the array, which is 15. Okay, so a typical programmer, a normal programmer will be satisfied with, okay, the max function is giving me the maximum value inside the array. Fine. Why should I take the pain to find out what is happening inside the max function? Okay, let's see what is happening inside the max function. The same array 4, 9, 2, 15, 7, 3. This is the array that we are having. So what this max function will do is it will at first take the first element. Pick the first element. Let's save that first element inside a variable called max value, which is equal to 4. Now the same function will compare the first element with the second element, and it will check if the second element is greater than 4. Yes, the second element is greater than 4. Now it will save the second element to this variable. Again, the checking will happen. It will go through this array. Then the third element, no, it is not greater than this max value. So it will leave that. Now move on to the next element. It will check whether this element is greater than this element. Yes. So it will again replace this max value with this element. Now the looping will continue. It will go to this and it will see, okay, whether it is greater than this. No. Then move to this. It will see whether it is greater than 15. No. So finally, we got the max value as 15. So this is the mechanism that is happening inside our, so this is how we will be doing it. We will loop through the array, take the first element, then go through it. Then whenever we find the next element is greater, save that, keep on looping until the end of the array is reached. So this is the difference. This is a typical programmer doing the typical programming job. And this is how a DSA, the developer who know DSA, will think, okay, what is happening behind the scenes. Now we will discuss the syllabus of our DSA program. This is our course plan. We will start with the arrays, which is the most simplest and fundamental data structure. We will go through the different data structures and algorithms, DSA problems associated with arrays. Then we will move on with strings, which is actually set of characters built on top of arrays. Then linked list, which works using dynamic memory allocation. And there are many problems that companies are asking regarding linked list. Then also the stack and queue. Both of these are the topics from which you will get maximum questions. Then recursion and backtracking. When we break a big problem into smaller sub-problems and solving it one by one in a top-down approach. Then the tree searching using binary search trees and other tree-based algorithms. We will be focusing on these problems also after the recursion and backtracking. And then heaps and hashing, the processing and scheduling based on priority, and also optimizing the searching using heaps and hashing. Then graph problems. I hope you learned during your compiler design. We have many graph problems that you use in the design of compilers. We will deal with that, and we will deal with the problems associated with the DSA problems associated with graphs. Then we have dynamic programming, in which we will see how we can optimize programming and how we can avoid repeated computation, wastage of computation, all these things, how we can avoid using dynamic programming. And meanwhile, we will also be focusing on, which is a platform where you can practice, learn and practice DSA problems. And companies also use this LeetCode to evaluate their candidates. During interviews, they will be giving you problems in LeetCode website. You can solve it. There will be scores based on how optimally you solve the problem. For each problem, we will be discussing the LeetCode alternate also for that problem. We'll be solving it at first in our computer, in our local code, and also the same code we will be implementing it in LeetCode also. That's it. about our course. And over to Ashika. I'm sorry for taking much of your time.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abala sir, for your course plan. So, guys, I'll give you a demo of using your classroom. That is how you access your videos at the end part. And now let me welcome Mr. Saji Joseph, our CEO, and he will give you an insight about our DSA program. Over to you, Saji sir. Okay, guys, so he will be joining with us soon. So until then, let me give you a demo to access the Google Classroom. Okay, so from today evening, you will be getting your DSA videos for free. So let me just share my screen. The first step is that the trainer will add you onto the Google Classroom, and then you will be getting an email. Okay, so you will be getting an email to join the Google Classroom. You just have to join the class. Okay, you can just click on join class. So once you accept the class, so you'll be guided to your classroom for data structures and algorithms. So in the left panel, you can see the various classes you have already attended. So in that, you have to choose your data structures and algorithms, and then you have to move to your classwork, where you can see all our topics. Currently, we have added 2 modules, module 1 that is arrays and module 2 strings. So when you click on arrays, you can see all the videos that we have added for the DSA. So just see a demo of the video. Okay guys, so like this, you will be having various content in our program. And currently we are having inside arrays there is 19 videos, and inside strings there will be nearly, altogether we are having 39 videos. Okay, so we'll be adding on the other modules shortly, and by today evening we'll be opening the videos to you guys, and we'll be adding your email ID. In the teacher will be adding, and you can just use your Google Mail and join the classroom. Okay. So is anyone having any doubt regarding the DSA program or the classes or anything? So Sai sir is back. So let's welcome Sai sir. So he is a CEO of Faith Infotech, and just he will be giving us an insight about our DSA program. Off to you, sir.
Yes, good morning, dear friends. Nice to have you here. And I'm really happy that, some of you have taken this effort to join this meeting and get to know about this program, because that means you are taking your life and your career seriously. And we want people who are actually serious about pursuing their jobs and pursuing their career. That's when we can make a difference. So this program that we are sharing is the result of the 25 years of our experience of running IT training and also helping thousands of people to graduate from our institute and clear the evaluations of the company's technical evaluations, aptitude, and recruitment process. So, although you're getting this virtually free of cost, this has a lot of costs from our side. Cost of operating this institution for 20 years is what we are putting into running a program like this. And at the end of each of these videos, you'll have assignments. The real benefits from doing this program will come from practicing those assignments. And we are also planning to give you some practice tests. And if you, after completing this program, if you take our practice tests, if you clear our practice tests, you can be guaranteed that you will be able to clear the practice, the evaluations of the companies as well. So, and after trying to use this, if you come across any problems, if you have any suggestions, we are always welcome to hear from you. And you can reach out to Ashika and give her your suggestions and your any inputs that you want, so that we can improve this program as we go by. And once again, wishing you all the very best, and God bless you. Thank you, and God bless Faith Infotech.
So thank you so much, sir, for your kind words.
Right.
Okay, so I hope nobody's having a doubt regarding the DSA videos, right? So by evening, we will be sharing you the links through your Google Mail. You can just join the classroom and attend, you can see the videos. Okay. So weekly, we will be conducting an MCQ test inside each module. So you can attend the MCQs using Google Forms. So we'll be adding Google Forms. So you can just do it using Google Forms. Okay. So actually, it will be like a practice session to you that how much you have gained knowledge from those videos. And if you have any suggestions regarding the videos or MCQs, anything, you can just contact me using the WhatsApp. I think I have already sent you messages through WhatsApp. You can just contact me in that number. Okay.
So very good morning. I will just take you through our corporate profile. Just to brief you, we have started in 2009 in Technopark. Okay. Our CEO is Mr. Saji Joseph. He is in IT training field for the last 27 years. Actually, he ran the franchisee center. That is, he was a center manager of CMC. Earlier, it was with Government of India, and then it was taken over by the Tata Group. That is the TCS company. Okay. So after that, he left CMC and started Faith Infotech Academy, where at that time, Technopark, as you know, one of the largest IT park in India, where 400 plus IT companies are based. They were looking for a training institute to meet the requirement of the trained graduates for the IT industry, basically the IT companies in Technopark and Infopark. Okay. The problem the companies faced at that point of time is basically, see, the large companies go to colleges and do campus placement. Whereas there are a lot of small and medium level companies who doesn't need that kind of large scale of recruitment from the campus, because there are few other logistics also concerned with that kind of recruitment. So he set up this center. He was actually invited by Technopark authorities to set looking at his credentials, looking at how he is delivering the training program, etc. We established, they invited Mr. Saji Joseph to set up Faith Infotech Academy in Technopark, and that is how we established the only approved or accredited training center in Technopark in 2009. So we have a legacy of almost 18 plus years. Overall, if you look at the background, we have more than 25 plus years of legacy in IT training, preparing students for their career growth, career building, career growth, etc. And then we are also associated with various IT companies to provide the corporate level training. That means training for the fresh recruitments done by the companies directly from the campus. And after that, once these employees reach a particular level of experience, say 2 years or 4 years, they need a certain level of upskilling. So we provide training for those employees also. So we are very much associated with the happenings in the IT industry, the changes happening, because IT industry, if you look at just before 2 years, okay, it was more static. Okay, for a particular technology, there was some kind of maturity time, say 5 years, 6 years, like that. But now the expectations, the requirements is very dynamic. It changes on a daily basis. So we also have as a training institute which provide training for basically to help the candidates to get a job. We also have to change our curriculum so that this association with the industry helps us to bring those changes in our curriculum and thereby train the candidates and the students to meet the expectations of the IT industry. Now, when you look at our legacy, the last 20 plus years, we have placed about 4,300 candidates. More than actually, if you look at the last week, we have we hit the number 4,305. So that is the kind of what do you say, the goodwill which we have in the industry, in the ecosystem, where companies, when there is a requirement of the fresh candidate, they immediately approach us because they know our curriculum, the way of training, the methodology, etc., and they consider our candidates, okay, for their recruitment purpose. And altogether, we have associated with 200 plus IT companies. That means our candidates are working in different companies in and around Kerala and even outside Kerala. Then our success rate, if you look at it, is more than 90%, because we are not training in large scale like the entrance coaching institute where they train thousands plus candidates. It is not like that. We train about some 200 to 300 candidates every year. This is the number which I am talking about for the freshers. That means those who are passed out of their college and then they come to our campus for a full-time program. It is about 4 months full-time program from morning 9 to 5 o'clock. So that is our success rate. And altogether, since 2009, we have successfully completed more than 210 batches. Okay. In addition to that, if you look at the companies where the students are placed, it includes the large companies, okay, the bigger companies. There are a lot of medium-sized companies, and there are startups and small companies also. So these are some of the various programs. If you go to our website, you can see it is faithinfotechacademy.com/freshers. If you go there, you can see the list of programs which we offer to the students for those who have completed their graduation. Okay, it includes the full stack plus data science and generative AI. Okay, with Python full stack. Then we have .NET full stack with MERN. We have DevOps and cloud engineering with Python full stack. Similarly, we have recently done a batch for cybersecurity. Okay, so we are into different streams, and these courses are offered based on the job, the availability of the job or the market or the requirements in the market. Because we also counsel the students, because the students come with a particular level of expectation. I want to study this one, but that technology is actually not important at this point of time, or there is no projects happening in the industry. So you maybe find it difficult to get a job. So we counsel the students, okay, you study this so that it will be easy for you to get a job. So likewise, there is an option to change the stream also before you join the course. Then we have for the current students, those who are in the college, we have started a few programs in last 2 to 3 years. One is the intern, that is the internship. Okay, where during the summer vacation you can come to our campus and then you can go for this internship program where you will be trained in basic technology and then you will be doing a project. You will be taken through the process of the project management in that. Then we have an online program basically for the online version of our full-time program of the students who have completed the graduation. Okay, it is the online version for the regular students, which is known as the Advantage Pro. So we have started our first batch few months before, and it got tremendous response, not only from the regular students, but also from the working employees who want to switch over. Okay, there are students who with some working as basic programmers or like that, they want to upskill themselves. So a few students from the industry also have joined for that program. It is getting good response. So ideally for a student in 3rd semester or 4th semester, because by the time they reach 7th semester, they will complete this program and they will be eligible for, and they will be more competitive when they go for a campus recruitment. Because companies, as I said, now the total recruitments are less. Okay, it has been decreased over the years. But when the companies go to the college and meet the candidate, they are looking for something like a competitive skill. So a candidate, if they have undergone this type of training, okay, they could have, if they have a good technical skill, some project management skill, etc., then that student will get an advantage over others. So it is a very good program for a student who is in the college, who is doing some program like BTech or MCA or BCA, BSc Computer Science, etc. Then we have academic collaborations with various institutes. For example, MacFast in Tiruvalla. Okay, we have an academic collaboration with that institute for their MCA students. So during their program, every semester, okay, every semester, there are 4 semesters in MCA. So in each semester, for 1 week, the students come to our campus, and I think it is 2 weeks, they come to our campus and undergo this industry practice program. Okay, and that helped that college to get more placements for their candidate and also to increase their intake. Okay, initially they had only 1 batch of MCA students, now they have 2 batch of MCA students because of this kind of academic collaborations. And for all these programs, except the Intern Pro, we provide, and the academic collaboration, we provide the placement support. Okay, so that is particularly the online program which I told you about, the Advantage Pro. We provide the same placement support which we give for our Propel program, that is the program for the fresh candidates. So these are some of the other programs like corporate training, etc., which is not important at this point of time for you. Okay, so these are some of our advantages. Okay, one is the only institute which is approved by Technopark, okay, to establish and run training programs in Technopark. Then we have the industry aligned curriculum. Okay, if you compare the curriculum of various institutes, ours will be the best because of our interaction, the regular interaction with the IT companies, because we are part of the GTech, because that is the organization of the IT companies in Kerala, group of technology companies in Kerala. So there will be meetings, etc. The senior people will interact. Our resource persons will go there. Okay. For example, Dr. Abhilash, he will be training. He is a trainer for our corporate training. So he go to different companies and train their candidates, train their employees. So when he go there, he interact with their learning and development department. He gets insights about what is happening in the industry, and immediately what happens when during our next batch, we incorporate those ideas. Okay, so that the students will get trained in those areas, and it will be helping. It will help them to be more employable. Then hands-on immersion programs. We have a very good placement track record. And the location, because when you come to an ecosystem like Technopark, where thousands of, I think as of now it is about 75,000 people are working in the Technopark ecosystem, which includes different phases. But when you come to that ecosystem, your motivation level will go up, your exposure will go up, and that will immediately reflect in your attitude and your determination. Okay, that will help in your preparation also. Then these trainings include the comprehensive training, particularly the Propel program for freshers, because along with the IT training, we provide soft skill training, aptitude, communication, etc. Because all these are important for your placement, because all the companies have their own recruitment process, various stages of recruitment, which starts with an aptitude test, then move on to technical test, then machine test, technical interview, and HR interview. So we train the candidate for all these selection process, and we support the candidate till he till he find a job. So that is what we do. So this is our contact, and this is our digital presence. You can follow our LinkedIn page, okay, because it is very important for a candidate who is working or looking for an opening in IT industry, because we are connected with so many persons, okay, in the IT industry, with companies. So when there are the communications are happening between us, it will come to you also. So that will help you to understand what is happening in the IT industry. So you can follow our LinkedIn page. So this is about the Faith Infotech Academy. If you have any questions, you can ask during the Q&A session. Ms. Ashika will be there to answer.
Okay. I hope we can call off. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining.